Welcome to The Know, I'm Ashely Jenkins.
And I'm Sorola.
And welcome to another edition of Pokemon News Hour here at The Know, where we cover all Pokemon news all the time because Pokemon Go keeps producing crazier and crazier headlines, and, well, we can't stop playing it, so we may as well work it into our jobs. That's what real professionals do.
Yeah, I mean, I just stopped playing to come here right now, but I'll get back to playing in a minute.
Did you really? You didn't actually stop playing, though. You were just doing it.
I was just doing it. The new mobile game from Niantic that has people furiously rubbing balls all over the country wasn't content to just tackle Tinder's install base, Twitter's active users, and give Nintendo stock a higher spike than it's seen in over 30 years. It also is now bigger than porn.
That's the real accomplishment here, so well done. Maybe way bigger according to some more data, but first, let's do the porn. Statistics about porn's dethroning as king of the internet come from none other than YouPorn Katie, our friend and family member and favorite person on the internet, mostly, who tweeted about Pokemon Go overtaking porn in terms of search volume.
Katie's tweet reads, "Congratulations at Nintendo America, you've broken the internet. Pokemon Go is officially more popular than porn," and attached is a graph of porn's interest over time versus Pokemon Go's, with Pokemon's line climbing higher.
And I checked this is accurate. A quick glance at the current graph comparison on Google Trends shows that it's gotten even more pronounced since then, and it's just going up and up and up, like some other things.
Gym leader YouPorn defeated. This, of course, isn't the first time that gaming has trumped porn online. We saw something similar, but not quite as crazy with Fallout 4.
Yeah, back when the game was released in November, Pornhub published data showing that their site took a massive traffic hit in conjunction with the release of Fallout 4. Players stopped exploring their bodies in favor of exploring the Commonwealth. And really, who could blame them?
And that's what we have here, too, only they're actually going outside and exploring the real world.
And getting tans, it's the power of video games. While all these statistics about what types of balls people are choosing to play with are really funny and interesting, and you can make all kinds of dirty jokes about them, more new data reveals that the critical mass of Pokemon Go has gotten even bigger than that, even bigger than porn.
Some say critical mass, others say fad. Either way, the numbers don't lie, and the numbers are very astounding.
Yeah, SurveyMonkey just released some information that indicates that Pokemon Go is now the biggest mobile game in US history. In less than 1 week after its launch, the game's already passed the rumored height of Candy Crush Saga with 21 million daily active users across all platforms.
That also puts it higher than other similar viral mobile game hits like Slither.io, Clash Royale, and Draw Something. The closest of those being Draw Something, which had around 15 million daily active users and got something close to 35 million downloads in its first 7 weeks.
And I remember when Draw Something was everywhere. It's all anybody was doing. I never played it because I can't draw for shit. So here we're talking about 7 weeks of that going crazy versus 7 days for Pokemon Go. At its peak, Candy Crush Saga had almost 93 million daily active users worldwide, but since Pokemon Go isn't out globally just yet, the research here is only focused on the United States, where we apparently love us the shit out of some Pokemon, and then we'll eventually see about the global data.
We reported the other day that so far the Android numbers for Pokemon Go show that it's already bigger than Tinder and now Twitter too. However, it's closing in on some other challengers as well.
Again, according to SurveyMonkey, it's about to take down Snapchat on Android as well, surpassing its daily active users within a day or so. But in true infomercial style, wait, there's more.
Pokemon Go is so popular with mobile users that it's about to pass Google Maps as the most used map application on Android.
I don't think that's how people are using it, but sure.
I hope that you're not using it to get around. Currently on Android, there are around 14 million daily active users of Google Maps and close to 12 million daily active users for Pokemon Go.
And judging by all these graphs, that line for Pokemon Go, it's not slowing down, it's not leveling out, it's not plateauing, it's just climbing and climbing and climbing. So we haven't seen the end of its Pidgeot-like heights just yet.
The app is making such a huge splash in all territories where it's released, it's only natural. The stories we're hearing from all over the world are just as crazy as the numbers that it's hitting.
Yeah, earlier this week, 2 Marines in Fullerton, California helped catch an attempted murder suspect through the power of Pokemon. The 2 Marines were at a park playing Pokemon Go, and they witnessed a man who was harassing a couple groups of children, and they stepped in. When police arrived, turned out the man already had a warrant out for attempted murder. And he was terrorizing kids at a park. Who is this monster?
If you're wanted for murder, why are you at a park bullying kids?
Like, seriously, who is this guy? I mean, don't get me wrong, like, the attempted murder thing is horrific, but if you're gonna do that, why would you bully kids at a park?
So weird.
Weird.
Some of the wildest stories have been coming straight from 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, where trainers are constantly battling over control of the most visible gym in the nation, the White House. Yes, the White House is an actual Pokemon gym.
It's my favorite Pokemon gym. Players are showing up as early as 3 a.m. just for the notoriety of having controlled the White House via Pokemon for probably like 30 seconds, because it's a very popular gym, and many of them are leaving clever names on their champions too, like America and Thanks, Obama.
And that's not the only spot where players are gathering en masse. Last night, hundreds of people on the Santa Monica Pier rushed to capture a war turtle.
I wish I was in Santa Monica last night.
And on Sunday, 2,500 people showed up to a Pokemon Go meet and greet at Sunset Park.
The mania has been noticed by just about everyone. If you haven't noticed it, you're probably in Europe. And now Hollywood is trying to capture Pikachu in a bottle by racing to greenlight the long-rumored live-action Pokemon movie as quickly as possible. For some reason. I still don't know why they want to do a live action one, but whatever. Deadline reports that Legendary Pictures is working harder than ever to secure the rights in the wake of Go's success. I wonder if they do it like, maybe like the Jungle Book?
Okay.
Where it's like a mix where they call it live action, but it's really not.
Yeah.
That I could see maybe.
Of course, it's not all fun and games. For people on the outside, there have been other reports of citizens who aren't too pleased about the influx of Pokemon trainers in their neighborhoods or on their doorsteps.
In Sydney, players have been water bombed by suburban residents for gathering late into the night. By total Scrooges, apparently. And at the Holocaust Museum in Washington, trainers have been asked to stop catching Pokemon inside the building.
But despite reports like that, most of the stories we're hearing are positive. People are meeting strangers and making friends, and they're even creating services where kids can walk dogs for animal shelters while playing Pokemon Go.
That almost makes me sad. Like, you're gonna try and go and catch invisible creatures? Would you at least walk our homeless dogs?
Take a real creature with you?
Right? I mean, I guess there's like, at least the dogs are getting walked, but I wish they got homes. But it's disrupting society in the weirdest possible way overall. I think it's a good weird. It's a good kind of weird. It's an awesome kind of weird. But who knows how long it'll actually last.
We've seen mobile games hit big and completely bottom out before. The aforementioned Draw Something lost 1/3 of its daily active users within 3 to 4 weeks of hitting its 15 million spike. Eventually the game's... Yeah, that's pretty harsh. Eventually, the game's player base dwindled to the point that it looked like a huge mistake for Zynga to have purchased the developer for $200 million.
Considering the billions people are throwing at companies these days, I don't think $200 million for Draw Something was that bad. And Nintendo already does have a recent app that didn't quite maintain its trajectory as well, and that was Miitomo. Miitomo saw huge downloads early on, but ultimately, it petered out within like a month.
Petered. We'll just have to
This is the porn story, so
Right.
we can say things like that.
We'll just have to wait and see if Nintendo and Niantic can pull Pokemon Go out, but there are plenty of developers stating that it's just a fad that'll blow over like all the rest.
I don't know, there's so much left to do though. They can add in obviously the features like trading is coming, dueling is coming, leaderboards are coming. They have generations upon generations of new Pokemon.
Well, they need to add that stuff in quickly before they lose their player base.
Yes.
In my opinion, there's not much game there at the moment.
There's not, but I'm having a great time wandering. My phone, I looked at my pedometer, and my steps are way, way up. Also, my feet are sore. What do you guys think of Pokemon Go's continued success? Is it going to drop off, or is it going to keep going strong? Let us know in the comments.
For future developments on players and their Pokeballs, like this video and subscribe to The Know.
Also, porn stats. We love us the porn stats. They're hilarious. Seriously, though, it's funny. I've been having to like Google image search for the thumbnails, like all the sexy Pokemon, and it is some disturbing shit.
I'm sure it is. The new mobile game from Niantic that has people furiously rubbing balls all over the country wasn't...
Yeah,
I got done again. I wasn't ready for that.